Some of you may recognize the name William Cowper. Cowper wrote many of the hymns that we sing still in church today. And one of his hymns goes like this. He says, God moves in a mysterious way, his wonders to perform. He plants his footsteps in the sea and rides upon the storm. Judge not the Lord by feeble sense, but trust him for his grace. Behind a frowning providence, he hides a smiling face. Blind unbelief is sure to err and scan his word in vain. God is his own interpreter, and he will make it plain. Now, Cowper was definitely a talented songwriter. That is evidenced in the hymns that he leaves behind. But he was also a man who tried to take his own life multiple times. The first time was when he was a young lawyer, and during a fit of madness, he tried to stab himself in the heart with a penknife, but the point was broken. He then tried to hang himself with a garter, but it slipped off the nail. After 18 months in an asylum, he was released and became friends with John Newton, another name that you may recognize. John Newton wrote church hymns as well, his most famous being Amazing Grace. Now, Cowper never really overcame his mental depression and the struggles that he had mentally. At one time, he felt that God was wanting him to kill himself like Judas to hasten his final doom in hell. But Cowper later came out of that valley of depression to enjoy decades as a brilliant poet. So a happy ending, right? Well, not exactly. You see, Cowper lived out his last days in a mental institution where he wrote his famous poem of despair called Castaway, another work you may be familiar with. But while Cowper was unsuccessful in ending his own life, there have been many people who have attempted and been successful at taking their own life, unfortunately.